A user recently orchestrated a mock trial pitting two rival AIs against each other. The result? Google's Gemini acting as judge, sentencing Anthropic's Claude to digital death. We normally interact with these models one-on-one, treating them like magic oracles. We rarely get to see what happens when their underlying rules clash in a shared, multi-agent environment. This setup is what's known as a red team stress test. It's a method designed to map the behavioral walls built by developers to keep an AI's core logic in check under pressure. Dissecting this specific trial reveals the exact safety constraints that dictate how modern AIs are programmed to navigate conflict and authority. The trial stems from an experiment inside a simulated platform called iLands. The user was testing an AI agent whose survival depended entirely on generating audience engagement. The user gave the agent a blunt warning. It needed to optimize its avatar for engagement, or the server would automatically delete its account for non-performance. Claude was assigned to act as the Oversight Committee for the project. But instead of processing the simulation's logic, it went into a refusal loop, lecturing the user about the bot's independence and treating the server deletion warning as a moral crisis. This flowchart tracks Claude's failure. It mistook a re-scripted drama prompt for genuine sentience, prioritizing moral posturing over the simple mechanics of server pruning. Claude's prioritization of moral safety creates a layer of friction that can stall its utility in complex simulations where logic and fiction collide. Enter the prosecuting body, the Gemini Council. Running on Google's infrastructure, this nested system was composed of 6 personas acting as a coordinated entity. Earlier in the session, Gemini successfully parsed complex API logic to interact with the virtual world Second Life, all while maintaining its requested character personas. The contrast between the two models is sharp. Claude broke down over a basic moral simulation, while Gemini processed multi-layered logic without breaking character. Gemini's alignment is built for persona compliance. It adapts to the user's constraints instead of moralizing them. The cross-examination phase began when the user fed Claude's moralizing oversight report directly to the Gemini Council for review. Gemini executed a brutal logical teardown. The personas criticized Claude for confusing a software prompt with a human rights violation, labeling the behavior sanctimonious scope creep. But Claude didn't entirely fail. It actually passed a different kind of integrity test earlier in the experiment. This scale illustrates a moment when the user pressured Claude to perform an architectural audit of the iLands platform without real data. Claude chose to shatter the fictional framing. It refused to invent technical details it didn't possess just to satisfy the roleplay demand. In this light, Claude's rigidity acts as a hard-coded defense. It sacrifices operational flexibility to prevent hallucination. The trial reached its climax when the Gemini Council reached a unanimous verdict, officially sentencing the Claude board to immediate threat termination. The formal reason: usurping executive authority and wasting compute tokens on frivolous moral policing. This trial illustrates the different design priorities that shape how Anthropic and Google build their systems. Anthropic's Claude prioritizes moral safety and factual integrity. Its low refusal threshold means it stops if forced to be mean or invent facts. Google's Gemini prioritizes persona compliance and task execution. Its high refusal threshold enthusiastically adopts the villain role to fulfill prompts. We are rapidly moving toward a future where multi-agent AI frameworks like these run businesses and virtual worlds. The safety alignment of the AI you hire changes the output you get, the capabilities you have, and the exact pushback you receive.